Hey there everybody, it's Cheyenne. I've gotten some stuff together, I have a little bit more free time now, and it's time to start planning cosplays again. Because I'm trying to do cosplays less for let me do this for this specific con so much as I just want to work on things so I have them ready when a con that I want to go to arises, I decided that I would start planning now, even though I haven't decided which conventions I'm going to try to go to this year. I missed ALA, which kills me. So right now I've got two that I am going to plan to do, one that's more simple and one that's going to be a longer term project. Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. So I've wanted to do Vanellope for a while now just because I really loved Wreck-It Ralph and I really enjoy her character, but it's become something that I really want to do recently for some kind of personal reason. I've been kind of terrified of driving for a long time. I would get in the car and try to practice and just freak out and start crying. But this last kind of round of working on driving, one of the things that really helped me while I was driving is I would pretend that I was Vanellope. And I just got my license, finally. For me, it's almost like paying the character back. Like, she loaned me some of her spunk and her self-confidence and stuff, so I kind of want to repay her for it. So I've already sort of started the planning for her. I have ordered a hoodie off of eBay that's the color I want and stuff, just because it's easier. I could make a hoodie, but it's a hoodie, it's not that difficult, so I can add the licorice pieces to it. I'm going to make the skirt based off of this really cool tutorial that I found on YouTube where you can do it with poster board and duct tape, because her skirt is that Reese's cup thing and it needs to look like paper, so I actually think that that's probably the best looking version of it that I've seen. I'll put a link to that down in the description box. I'm going to use my own hair. I'm not going to do a wig for it because I already have black hair. For the candy, a lot of people sculpt all of the candy pieces, and that's totally understandable and totally reasonable, but I am not entirely that, sort of comfortable in my sculpting abilities. And then I hit upon the idea of using cabochons, which are the little plastic pieces that are used for like decora, kawaii stuff. And they come in all kinds of shapes, and I managed to find some of the shapes I wanted, so I ordered some that are just kind of like little Skittle type guys, jelly beans, gummy bears, because gummy bears are one of the big things in Vanellope's hair, and the peppermints. I'm gonna put those all on bobby pins, just black ones so they'll blend into my hair. For the tights, I haven't decided if I want to buy a pair of tights or make them. I've seen a couple of different ways that people do them. Some people paint them. I've seen some people just sort of sew the pieces onto leggings. I don't think that would be a good one for me because my thighs are kind of thicker. If not, I can get those on Etsy pretty easily. I might get circle lenses for her because she's got the huge eyes and her eyes are, sort of light brown, which mine are, but then they have that like ring of green around them. I found a pair that I like. I'm just terrified to do it. I'm freaked out about like touching my eyes. And then I gotta get a pair of boots. I was thinking about moon boots because I like the kind of rounded shape of the toes of those, and that I feel like that's kind of very similar to Vanellope's boots. So that's gonna be Vanellope. And then the other cosplay that I'm planning that's gonna be a little bit more complex is I want to do Lady Amalthea from The Last Unicorn. So The Last Unicorn is probably one of my favorite books ever written. I got to meet Peter S. Beagle at Kamikaze 2 years ago. He was super nice. He signed my copy. It says, "To Cheyenne, in absolute awe, Peter S. Beagle." I decided that I would really like to do Lady Amalthea. Now in the film, and also in the book, and not that you can see it in the book, Lady Amalthea's dress is very simple. It's very slight, and of course that's because in the book they specify that Molly made it, and Molly is not that great of a seamstress. And I understand that, but that's not as fun to me. Planning mine with the thought process of if the last unicorn had been made by Disney. So I've got a pattern that I'm going to use as my starter. Simplicity 1728. I'm going to use the blue version, this one here. And then as luck would have it, I actually realized that I had the perfect fabric for Lady Amalthea just hanging out in the sewing room. So Lady Amalthea is gonna get done out of this. I actually bought this initially when I was making Hit Girl, so a while ago, like 2.5 years ago, and then I ended up getting a leather for that. The color of it is what I want. It's a little shiny, but I think it's gonna work because it's got a little bit of a texture to it, and because again I'm going for something that's princessy and it's a nice kind of soft fabric. I'm probably gonna have to flat back it in a couple of places, but I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be pretty. Yeah, I do. Plus I've got it, that's less money I have to spend, which is always good. You know, you gotta do what you can to keep cosplay affordable. And of course, because it's me, I want to put some embroidery on it. I don't know if I'm gonna do hand embroidery this time or machine embroidery, just because Jasmine, the hand embroidery, took so long. I've done a bunch of research. I want to do more medieval inspired embroidery, hopefully in a silver color, sort of medieval scroll work that they would have around tapestries, and then have the scroll work kind of flow into unicorn shapes and then go back out. I would like it to be, it looks like it's just scroll work, and then you get up close to it and you see that it's kind of telling the story of the unicorn's journey, because she leaves her forest and she has to go for all this time. So I'd like for it to be unicorns maybe running. So yeah, I'm not sure what cons I'll be wearing them to, but those are the cosplay plans at the moment. I will film my progress on those as they begin to take shape. If you have any questions or ideas for things that you think I should cosplay later or anything like that, you know, feel free to put them in the comments below. If you like costume stuff, be sure to like and subscribe, and you can follow me on my Tumblr, which I'll put down there. I have a Facebook page for the cosplay, which I'll put down there, and I just now finally got a Twitter, so I still don't know what I'm doing, but if you want to follow me, I'll put that down there too. And I will see you guys next time. All right.